All right, welcome back, everyone. Just a few minutes ago, we talked about the most pivotal changes impacting menopausal women in decades and women in general. The FDA announcing it will remove the long-standing warnings on hormone-based menopause drugs, citing amazing benefits for women. And this is a game changer. And that's why we have Dr. Susan Hardwick-Smith back again, a menopause specialist with Complete Midlife Wellness Clinic, to talk about this. We talked about the decision yesterday, but also we want to delve a little deeper. And some of this may be sensitive for some of you, but this is important information because reminder everyone, more than 51% of the people on this planet are women, and all of them will be going through menopause. So now this is going to change women's lives and impact them in a way that they have never been impacted before, correct?
That's absolutely right. So many women have not taken hormone replacement that we now call menopausal hormone therapy because of fear, understandably, of breast cancer, heart disease, and stroke. And that's been promoted by their physicians, not judging, but they didn't have this information either. And if you open the package insert and it says that, it sounds very scary. What we know now is that using the products that we have available now, which were different than those that were studied back in the 1990s, not only can we reduce symptoms safely, but we can reduce the risk of heart disease dramatically, osteoporosis and the related injuries that happen with fracture, colon cancer, Alzheimer's, sexual function, vaginal health, so many things, not just feeling better, reducing hot flashes, night sweats. It's a major life change, and we live an average of 3 years longer if we start taking estrogen early. So the timing is important.
Speaking of timing, when should people actually start taking these drugs? Now that, of course, there's, I hate to say giving permission, no one should be given permission to do anything, but now you can feel safer to take them because they're available and the benefits are there. So when should we start taking these medications?
As early as possible. So even starting estrogen replacement in perimenopause, when our estrogen levels are dropping, has been shown to be beneficial. But starting within the first 5 or 10 years prevents damage from being done. So if we're trying to protect our heart, our brain, and our bones, we want to do that before the damage is done. So the earlier, the better. Now, starting hormones late, maybe we didn't have the choice to start it earlier, so that's a conversation you can have with your doctor, but the benefits are maximized when we start it early. So we really recommend starting on these products as soon as you notice any menopausal symptoms. So go to your doctor when you're 45 perhaps and start looking into figuring out when that's going to happen for you so you can make a plan early.
And now don't take no for an answer,
and
right?
if you get no for an answer, that's because your doctor was taught this old information.
Yes.
So we need to seek out a menopause specialist who knows this new information. And it'll take a few months before these FDA changes show up on the package insert. So it'll take a little while, but it's coming now. They have promised that it's coming, which is fantastic news.
I love that. Now, we have about 90 seconds left, but now, is there a difference between taking the pill form or patches as opposed to more the vaginal form as well?
Absolutely.
Is there a difference?
So there's so many different kinds of estrogen. And the problem with a blanket statement that something was not safe was based on one particular kind. So vaginal estrogen, no risk at all. Transdermal estrogen is not associated with really any risk either. I'm just going to go out and say that. So all of these products are different, but just to say the modern products that we have available, which are generally transdermal, like a patch, a gel, a cream, do not have the risks that those old drugs had that was studied in the 1990s, and even those had very minimal risk.
So this could actually change the way women are treated medically, but also it could save more women's lives because they have access to things that have always been available, but now the thumbs up even more. So that's why you're so excited about this.
The number one thing we die from is heart disease. So if we can reduce that risk by 40%, starting it early, which we can, and osteoporosis-related injuries, even just those two things would cause us to live longer without increasing the risk of breast cancer. That is the most important message. Estrogen does not cause breast cancer.
I love that. Now, just one quick thing. Website where you can get more information.
CompleteMidlifeWellnessCenter.com is where my providers and I live. Everything that we do is there. You can look at a lot more information on our YouTube and Instagram, but it's a great day to celebrate, ladies. We finally made a big step forward in women's health, and there's a lot more to do, but that was a huge step.
We're saving lives, and thank you so much for doing that as well.